Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Mike's DVDs and Blu-rays collection. I'm your host Mike. Thank you for coming back. Today we're going to do a little bit of a Western Roundup video. I got some new stuff. I actually got two movies out and rewatched them. These are not new videos or movies, but they're I got them out to rewatch them because they were brought up on the Spaghetti Western podcast, which I urge you to check out. It usually comes on Saturdays around, it kind of fluctuates in time now. It used to be around 1 o'clock Eastern time. It's really good. Tom Betts is is the host, and he usually has a guest and stuff. So he that week he had the guest. He had Leonard Mann on there. He did about 3 spaghetti westerns, and he's probably not as known as some other people. So let's get right into it. I'll go ahead and show you those. I got these off the shelf and rewatched them. I believe I've covered these before. So the first one, this is his. I think this is his second spaghetti western. This is the Unholy Four, which is really good spaghetti western. It's directed by E.B. Clucher, which is AKA Enzo Barboni. It's pretty cool. You got Woody Strode. You got Leonard Mann. Let's see who else rounds out. Peter Martell. He's been in quite a few spaghetti westerns, but yeah, pretty good. This is the Kino Classics Blu-ray release. It's been out for some years now, about 5 years. It's really good transfer. It looks really good compared to some of the cheap versions you see maybe streaming or on some of the multi-pack sets that you get, at the dollar store and stuff. So yeah, there you go. The Unholy Four. Next up, now this one's his first spaghetti western and his best. And this is one of my favorite spaghetti westerns. I watched this the first time, and I was like, wow, this is really good. I mean, it's on a very dramatic level. This is directed by Fernando Baldi. The Forgotten Pistolero, which is really cool. Kind of a family drama where a boy and a girl, brother and sister, are separated at birth, or not at birth, but there's an attack on their home. I think one of the parents die, or both of them, and then they're kind of split up, and they find each other later on and get revenge on the person or persons that killed their parent. But yeah, the Forgotten Pistolero, really, really good. I guarantee it. And I'm not sure who put this video out. It doesn't really have a brand on it. It's just, but it's a DVD copy, and it's actually a really good print. I'm surprised. So there you go. And here's a movie that I've covered before in another. I have a release of it. I think this movie I have on a 3-pack that came out from Blue Underground, and it's a DVD and all that stuff. So, but I wanted to upgrade a little bit, get the Blu-ray of it, and also check out some of the extras on it. So, this is from 88 Films. This is the Django Kill, and If You Live, Shoot. Very crazy movie from 1967. This has got all kinds of tropes in it, all kinds of craziness going on in it. It stars what's his name? Thomas Milan. I'm sorry. This is also directed by who directed this? Giulio Questi, who made Death Laid an Egg. Never seen it. But this is just a crazy movie from start to finish. I won't even go into trying to explain this. Just look it up. Has nothing to do with the Corbucci's Django that came out in '66. This came out in '67, and it's no relation to that movie or the other movies that came out using the Django name. This one kind of sits to itself in the corner because it's nothing like any of those movies. So check that out. The 88 Films edition I recommend. It's really nice. It's got a new Italian soundtrack. It's got an English soundtrack. It's got newly created English subtitles, and then it's got a really cool supplement on here, Django Kill and the Evolution of Tomas Milian. So it's really cool, and I'm glad I got this. It was in a cart forever. Like, should I upgrade? Should I not? So I got it. So there you go, Django Kill. If you live, shoot. Next up, this is a newer Western made in the last 5 years or so. I'm trying to think of a name that makes sense of Westerns that are made now, like the new. It's kind of come back a little bit with some of the Westerns. You're starting to see a lot of them on Netflix and AMC, stuff like that. And then anytime you go into your dollar store or somewhere, you're going to find a bunch of these kind of straight-to-video Westerns. Walmart, for example, and stuff like that. So I want to call them like modern Westerns, if that makes sense. I guess I'll just say modern Westerns or neo-Westerns or something like that. But this was a cool movie. I found this on Amazon. This stars Emile Hirsch and John Cusack. Haven't seen him in a long time. He's put on a little bit of weight. He's older now, but he plays a villain in this movie. This is a movie called Never Grow Old, and I thought it was really good and I'm not sure if this is from Lionsgate, so I'm not sure if this got a theatrical release or not, but it's highly entertaining, and it's one of the better modern Westerns that's come out in the past 5 years and stuff. So I hope this new genre of Westerns that they're doing now doesn't just get to the point where they just overdo it and they just ruin the whole genre, where just everybody's doing a Western now, and just, I don't know. I just hope they don't run it into the ground and stuff, have some quality stuff come out, stuff that can be influential even. But Never Grow Old, really cool. Just quickly read about it. Debauchery, greed, murder. Welcome to Garlow. The once peaceful frontier town is now a den of vice after vicious outlaw Dutch Albert, who that's Cusack, and his gang arrived and began gunning down their opposition. Undertaker Patrick, played by Emile Hirsch, must choose between the blood money he makes burying the murderer's victims and the threats he and his family face in this intense action drama. And it really is. Emile Hirsch, you can really just see the gears moving in his head. He's really thinking about this, He's a good man. He's the coffin maker. He's the Undertaker or whatever, and he's trying to choose and stuff. And John Cusack is really good as this villainous guy. It's really weird to see him as a bad guy and everything. So yeah, Never Grow Up. It's definitely worth a watch. I liked it. I thought it was really good. I would say 3.5 stars on a 5 scale. Anyways, I got another spaghetti western. Now this is released from Rio Video. I always have a problem pronouncing that. Rio. This is a movie by Sergio Garone. This is A Hanging for Django. And this is one of those other Django movies that has no relation to do with Django Kill. If you live, shoot. This is Django, Hanging for Django. It's directed by Sergio Garone. This is a really nice release, actually, from ROUNDUP Video. It's got a slipcase. It's got 2 different artworks there, and I was really surprised at how good it looked. I was expecting just the basic stuff, but I got a few videos by ROUNDUP Video with the Italian crime movies and stuff. So this is one of the first westerns I got, and it looks really good, and it's an entertaining movie. I mean, it stars Anthony Stephan, William Berger, and Nicoletta Machiavelli, which you may remember her from some other, was it The Great Silence? Was she in The Great Silence? But anyways, Anthony Stephan, you know, his portrayal is kind of wooden at times. He's kind of a man, doesn't say much. And he's good. He's a good actor, but he's not Clint Eastwood, and he's not, you know, this is a movie I would call maybe a tier 2 or tier 3 type movie in the spaghetti genre, not like a, you know, like A picture, B picture, like a B movie. This would be kind of I guess would be a tier 2, only because William Berger and Anthony Stephan are well-known names in the spaghetti genre, so I include that in there. Plus, the director does a really good job. He really uses the widescreen filming, which is really cool. So he's got some, you know, some stuff was thought out. It looks good. Very, very well filmed and everything. So very good. Hanging for Django. You can get that on Amazon. And finally, guys, this is, I should have put this with the other one, but this is another movie starring John Cusack, and it also has John Goodman in it. Now, I remember this from years and years ago. It came on HBO. What is this, 95, 92? Somewhere in the early to mid 90s this came out. This is a movie called The Jack Bull, and it's a really good movie. I mean, it's one of those movies that were, you know, made back then, maybe on the heels of like Unforgiven being a big picture and stuff, so they turned out some more westerns and stuff, you know. But yeah, John Cusack plays more of a good guy this time. He's a he plays Merle Redding. He is a proud man, proud to raise his family, proud to run his ranch, and never too proud to help a friend. When wealthy and influential landowner Henry Ballard sets up a toll gate and takes 2 of Redding's horses as deposit, Redding is angry. But when Ballard's henchmen abuse those horses, starving and beating them almost to death, Redding is enraged. He demands justice, and so begins a feud between 2 proud men, one in search of his rights and one who believes those rights are his to buy, sell, or ignore as he sees it fit. A personal feud becomes a war, the war becomes a manhunt, the manhunt becomes a trial that will lead to a bloody kind of justice. At a time in the West when statehood is still a dream and justice comes with a price, one man must sacrifice everything he loves for everything he believes in. That's right, the Jack Bull. And John Cusack is really good in that role. It's kind of weird to watch this one and then the other one where he's playing a really good guy here, and the other one he's a real bad guy. Bad dude, man. But yeah, Jack Bull's really entertaining. It's kind of slow at times. But it really unfolds as a drama and stuff, and it's directed by John Badham, who, you know, made Deliverance and Excalibur. You know, very competent director, really well made. Some other things I can point out here. It's got Scott Wilson, who you may remember from The Walking Dead. Got John Savage, he's really good in this. L.Q. Jones, who's no stranger to westerns, is also in it. So that's a pretty interesting movie. So I highly recommend that. The Jack Bull. And that's a movie you can find on eBay, Amazon, all day long. Cheap. Yeah, so I would say check it out. It's well worth it, especially if you're into more modern westerns and stuff like that. Another thing, guys, I haven't really talked about much, but you know, I buy new releases and you get a digital code with it. Well, I don't use the digital code, so I thought maybe I should start putting them on my channel for someone to have a you know, a free movie if you download movies, that is, because I don't download, I buy plastic. So I got some stuff here. I think in this episode I'm gonna give the code to the new 4K release of Pulp Fiction. So I'm gonna put a better picture on there and put the numbers on there for you. So whoever's the first one that wants it and gets it, go ahead. Anybody else tries it and it don't work, that means somebody else has got it. So I just throw that out there for you guys if you're interested. So there you go, guys. I hope you enjoyed this episode. It's just some westerns I've watched over the past month or two here and there. I'm kind of getting interested in some of the newer westerns made, but you really have to do some research and some digging, because you know, there's a bunch that are they just stink. They're not good at all. You know, you'll find some at Walmart, for example, that might be $5. You bring it home and it's a personal classic to you. You love it, and then you bring one home and it's just horrible. You want to throw it in the trash even. But there you go. Anytime. So yeah, I'm gonna start featuring those more often and stuff, and everything. So enough of me talking. Check those movies out. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this episode. Also, subscribe to my channel and you'll see videos like this in the future. Also comment. I love hearing from you guys. And until next time, guys, this has been a Western Roundup. See you guys.